everyone, here's Cuddly, Kitwana. I finally found a new addition to my molded head, super lifelike and super big cat plushies that you know that I love to collect. And in recent years it's gotten more and more difficult to find any decent lions, lionesses or tigers that I could add to my collection so they would fit in with the others, which you, for example, have seen in Kitwana's Toys episode number 43, recorded almost a year ago. But now I got lucky on eBay Germany. I found a tiger that I didn't have yet, but it looks decent enough and lifelike enough to add him to my collection of plush tigers. And let's unwrap this beautiful big cat. See what it's all about. Look at that. Oh wow. Now look at this guy. I want to show you the tags first so you can get the information about where I got this guy. There's a company called Brubaker in northern Germany. They do have an eBay store and they sell a variety of lifelike plushies, including a couple tigers, including this one, which I was able to get for 100 euros. So here's the tag. You can see the address, and of course they also have a website. As far as I have seen on the eBay listing, they only deliver to Germany, Austria and Switzerland, but you may be able to arrange something with them if you ask them nicely. I think especially during these difficult economic times during the pandemic, they may be able to, may be willing to go the extra mile for you if you do not live in one of these three countries. Speaking of tags, the other tag that I will leave on this plushie is here, which has the address again of the company that imports them from China. I think that just like all or most of my other big cat plushies that you have seen in earlier episodes, I think this one was made in China, in the city of Weihai. There's two big plush companies, plush factories there that are specializing in lifelike plush animals. Again, I do give you the link to them in the description of this video below. You cannot order directly from them as a final customer, but if you would like to import them on a larger scale from China, you probably may be able to arrange something with them. So go and check out these websites. Meanwhile, I'll take the tag off and we take a look at this fantastic plushie, the ears. Let's start with the ears. This is where the tag was. The ears are very soft, actually not stuffed at all. I noticed this is a little different from my other tigers, but of course it does not look much different. It looks very realistic. And look at that face. This is the first tiger that I have with an open mouth. Look at that. Look at these teeth. They are arranged in the correct way, and you can even see the tongue. Both the teeth and the tongue are made out of rubber, so it's perfectly fine to give this even to a child. No danger. Tiger doesn't bite. Aww. And look at that face. I said this is a molded plushie again. Molded face. As the face is molded, of course, not the entire plushie. Why do I love these molded plushies? Well, there's a reason why they are molded, have molded faces that allows for much more lifelike features and much more design that's true to a real tiger. So take a look at this finely detailed face. The eyes are always the most important part for me on these plushies, and I'd say they did pretty well on this plushie as well. The eyes are inserted deep enough so they do not look too big and too spooky. I've seen many different plushies that have absolutely catastrophic nightmare-inducing eyes. That's not the case on this one. He looks fierce, but just okay, I would say. So this has become pretty rare to find these type of plushies with decent eyes. Take a look at the muzzle. You can see the whisker spots. Of course, he does have the whiskers on top of the eyebrows, and of course the whiskers on each side of the nose with the whisker spots, and then there's the detailed mouth. This is fantastic. And the little beard that's on his chin, and then of course the beard that goes around his head. So notice the right eye is always pointing to the back. I think that's a nice feature that they are not even. That makes him look very realistic. And then we take a look at the side, at his left hand side. And let's say from the proportions, this is, I'd say it's a little bit too short, but just okay. If you look at the length of his body and then compare it to the size of his head, I wish the body would be a little bit longer, but I have seen even worse big cats than that. Compare with the picture on eBay, on the photo on eBay for this specific tiger, and then compare with what I got. I would say the body is a little bit shorter, but it's still within my tolerance, so I'll definitely keep this tiger, and I think it's a fantastic cuddle companion. And what I immediately noticed is the premium quality of the plush. It is rather short piled, but take a look. I hope you can see it on camera. The glitter. It's a glittery plush, but it's when you give it a stroke, you do not actually have the glitter on your paws, but it's rather that the glitter is kind of like woven into the plush. I don't know how they do this, but I must say the plush fibers are really high quality, and they feel very, very nice. It's a bit, I said, a bit shorter pile than my other tigers, but it's perfectly fine. Very nicely molded here. His hips of his back legs, and then we've got the tail, which is nicely stuffed as well and super flexible. See that here. And then we'll take a look at his belly. Look at his paws. They finally did the paws correctly. At least they filled it out with a golden color. Would be more correct if it was a solid black, but at least it's not white like on some of my other big cats. Paws look great, I would say. Take a look. I can even see the claws. This is fantastic. And tiger paws are always very big and massive. And that's true on this plush as well. The golden color transitions nicely to a white on his belly. This is super lifelike, super realistic, and you can also see he hardly has stripes on his forelegs, so this is true to life as well. Turn it around for you. Take a look from the right hand side. The head is pointing slightly to the left. Yeah, look at that. That feels very realistic if you pet him like that and you can feel the skull. Wow. This is really like, comes really close to interacting with a real tiger. See his body. Oh, look at that. His stuffing is more on the hard side. He cannot reach the floor with his head if you put it down, but he can certainly lick its paws and some other lifelike tiger behavior you will be able to recreate with this plushie. This is super nice. And then let's look at him from the back. That's really nice. And then I'll turn it around again. His face, take a look at his plastic nose. That's also a thing that all of these molded head plushies have in common. They all have plastic noses. And the eyes are actually pretty much all from a factory in Japan that specializes in teddy bear eyes and plush animal eyes. Now, these are very high quality, and I'd say that's a super perfect plushie. No, I love this tiger. This will be my cuddle companion for tonight and many more nights, of course. Let's talk about his size real quick. Measure that. The head stands just about exactly 50 centimeters. That's close to 20 inches. And the length with his paws stretched out as good as I can. I'd say that's around 120 centimeters, 47 inches. And if you go only from the nose to the tip of the tail, it is exactly 100 centimeters. That's around 40 inches. So this is a decent size. More than decent to cuddle with him each and every night. And I really love this lifelike big cat plush, and I'm so happy that I finally got one more. Gonna show for the end of the video, going to show you all 4 lifelike golden tigers that I have, with the biggest one being a Siberian tiger. I clearly consider that a Siberian tiger. And then we've got 2 smaller ones, including this one and the resting one. And I think he fits in very well to my tiger pride, don't you think? So okay, that was already it for this episode of Kitwana's Toys. As said, this one is still available on eBay, especially if you live in Germany, Austria or Switzerland. Go take a look at the Brubaker eBay store and hopefully you'll be able to save one of their fantastic plushies. So, with that being said, my new tiger and I are going to say goodbye.